When it comes to watching anime, usually I'd give it 3 episodes before I decide whether or not to continue watching or not. However, I found 2 different anime series which, for the very first time within the first episode, made me say this.
What the hell was that?
Hey guys, LunarSpawn27 here, and I hope you're having a great holiday this year. Today I'm going to talk to you about 2 different anime series that gave me a bad impression within the very first episode. The first series has recently come out in the 2014 winter lineup. This anime is called Recently My Sister is Unusual, aka Saiken Imoto no Yosu ga Choto Okashi nda ga. I hope I said that right in Japanese. The story is about a girl named Mitsuki whose mother has remarried and she now has a stepbrother named Yuya. Now Mitsuki seems to be cold-hearted towards Yuya while Yuya is trying to have a good, decent relationship between his new stepsister. The episode seems to start off pretty fine like you usually see in many slice-of-life romantic comedy animes. Then right after the 5-minute mark, while Mitsuki and Yuya are walking back home, Mitsuki falls backwards from the stairs and passes out. Yuya, worried about Mitsuki, takes her to the hospital, where she wakes up and starts to pull a total 180, acting affectionate towards her stepbrother. Why is she acting like this? Because an angel/ghost possessed her. No, I'm totally not kidding. That actually happened in the episode. Now, when she gets home, she acts normal as always, until all of a sudden she notices that she's wearing this chastity belt. Thus, we see the angel/ghost named Hiyori. And right after the 13-minute mark, this is where things get weird. Now, when Hiyori possesses Mitsuki's body once again, she starts to touch herself. And then the next thing I knew, I'm watching a Yuri scene between Mitsuki and Hiyori. What? Now, I have nothing against Yuri or Shoujo Ai, but I rarely come across scenes where it goes to that direction, and this is the first time I've ever seen a scene like this. And to be honest, it kind of made me a bit uncomfortable. The episode is censored using hearts with keyholes in the middle, and also using black stripes to censor the Yuri scene. Hell, they even go as far as using caption boxes to describe the scene that is happening without even showing it, like it is some sort of hentai visual novel game. And for some reason, the heart-shaped button on the chastity belt gets filled by this sort of pinkish liquid after Mitsuki orgasmed, and I don't know why they showed that. I guess it is important to the plot later on. Anyway, after that little, situation that they had, Mitsuki has to go to the bathroom. To undo the chastity belt, she has to press the button that I mentioned earlier. However, it only lasts 3 minutes until it reattaches itself. And she has to wait a whole hour in order to undo the chastity belt again. Basically, the last quarter of the episode is just Mitsuki on the toilet, holding it in for about an hour until she finally undoes her chastity belt so that she can finally use the bathroom while Yuya and her mother are concerned about her. Oh yeah, and there's something about the parents going off on a trip to India, leaving Mitsuki and Yuya alone together, so you know shenanigans are gonna ensue, and oh my god, I did not like this first episode. I mean, I was keeping an open mind here. I was thinking that it might be some sort of harm/slice-of-life romantic comedy here, but then it just turned into like a borderline Yuri ecchi hentai. Well, not really a hentai because it's technically censored. Whatever the premise or the story of this anime is, it is not shown in the first episode. Why is Hiyori possessing Mitsuki just to get into Yuya's pants? I don't know. Why does Mitsuki now have to wear a chastity belt? I don't know. Barely anything is explained in this anime, and I had to look up on the Wikipedia page to know the premise. So far, this is what I found out. Hiyori is possessing Mitsuki's body because she has to fall in love with Yuya in order to move towards the gates of heaven. So, a ghost is trying to possess this girl and trying to fall in love with this girl's stepbrother in order to move on to the afterlife? Again. Huh? Now, I know the anime is based on a manga, and I have not read the manga. I don't know if I have to read the manga to understand this, but within the first episode, this anime just made me feel confused, uncomfortable, and kind of frustrating, really. I feel like this is trying to be like Ori no Imoto. No, wait, scratch that. Ori no Imoto does involve with incest. Since these are stepbrothers, I say this anime is trying to be like Kiss X Sis, but with a supernatural slash fantasy motif. By the way, I have not seen Ori no Imoto, and I plan not to because I've heard what happens in the end. And I also plan not to watch Kiss X Sis because I'm a bit conflicted whether it's really okay for step siblings to hook up romantically. Now, I can't judge this anime because this is ongoing and only the first episode has been released, but for a first episode and for a first impression, it gave off a really bad one. Now let's move on to the second anime series. This one is called Fight Ippatsu Jūden-chan, a seinen series which revolves around a girl named Plug, a Jūden-chan or charger girl from the planet Life Core, which exists parallel from Earth. Jūden-chans or charger girls, they patrol Earth completely invisible to the human eyes and searching for individuals who feel depressed and unlucky. Their objective is to charge these people up with the help of electricity in order to improve their mental states. So basically, depending on the level of depression that they are in, using those little scouters that they have, they charge them up and they are no longer depressed. Yeah, it actually works like that in the anime. And I always wondered what the hell is up with those ear things that Plug has. I thought they were like bunny ears because she's an alien, but no, it seems like she's the only one that has those, so I never really got that. Maybe it's because her name's Plug and they're like supposed to be, she's a plug. Get it? Yeah. Shut up. In the first episode, Plug encounters a human named Sento, who can actually see Charger Girls. Why or how can he see them? I have no idea. Because Charger Girls are supposed to be invisible towards the eyes of humans, and he's the only one who can see them, and it's not really explained in the first episode. Maybe it's explained later on. I don't know. The first episode kind of reminded me of the very first episode of Bleach when Ichigo encounters Rukia. It's kind of the same situation that Sento and Plug are in. Except Sento hits Plug with a baseball bat, and apparently that's a running gag throughout the entire series. Now, usually when males hit females, it's usually funny, personally in some situations. But is it just as funny as when a male hits a female character in anime? Now, Sento has a sister named Hakone, who in the first episode becomes slowly depressed to the point where she wants to commit suicide. Why was she depressed? Her brother Sento doesn't want her to do any chores at home because he feels like he's responsible for Hakone after the death of their mother. But this only made things worse for her because she wants to help him. But she is saved and finally snapped out of her depression thanks to Plug, was able to tell Sento that she wants to help out, and they make up and it's a nice little ending. That is until Plug walks in on Sento changing, well, more like phasing through the wall. Shenanigans! I'll admit the premise does sound a bit interesting, and there were some scenes that I actually did find kind of funny, but here's the thing. Knowing that this is a seinen series, which means that it will have a fair share of its ecchi slash fan service, which shows with Plug's special uniform. I can actually tolerate some of the fan service, it's just why the hell is there a hole in her pants where the butt is exposed and there's this tail thing and I don't get why she has a tail. Why is that necessary? And in some situations the fan service comes up at the wrong time. Hell, in one scene in the first episode, it shows a TV show about a magical girl who's being tortured and probably kind of raped, I think, I don't know, by this tentacle monster. Yeah, tentacles. But I can forgive the anime for its fan service if it wasn't for one other thing. Omorashi. For those of you who don't know what omorashi is, it is a fetish where people get turned on witnessing people peeing themselves. Well, the creator must have a thing about urination because there was plenty of that in this episode. Hell, in the entire series. I mean, what the hell? Can I ask you guys something? Be honest here. Is it really hot watching a girl urinating? taking a piss, especially right after when she gets hit by a baseball bat, or probably in the TV show where the magical girl gets tortured by the tentacle monster, she pisses herself. I know people do have some sort of fetish that turns them on, but peeing? Really? And it was because of this that I can't continue watching this series. I skimmed through a couple more episodes, seeing a couple scenes, and they still show more of the peeing. Again, what the hell? Now, how I discovered this anime was thanks to fellow Green Clan member Phoenix Kai. He does plan to review this series and he has watched more episodes than I have, and he was able to tell me what happens. And what he told me was a downright shame because I thought this anime might have potential. As for the plot of the anime, even though it does seem a bit straightforward, it's just basically every episode there's a situation Plug would get into along with Sento and the rest of the main characters, and it's just basically Plug trying to improve herself, becoming a better charger girl, and lots of shenanigans ensue. Mostly revolving around Plug getting hit by Sento with a baseball bat or anything else nearby. Again, is it funny when the male hits the female character when usually it's the female character that hits the male? Kind of conflicting, really. Even though Fight Ippatsu Jūden-chan episode 1 gave a better first impression than recently My Sister Was Unusual, to be honest, this isn't an anime that I'm going to continue watching. It's my honest opinion, but you guys can make your own. You can decide whether to watch these series on Crunchyroll or not. It's your choice. Tell me, guys, what do you think about these two anime series? And do you like them? Did you hate them? Feel free to express your honest opinion about these series, but be very civil about this. So let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you like it and subscribe for more videos, and check out my Facebook fan page and Google+. So yeah, those are my first impressions of recently My Sister Was Unusual episode 1 and Fight Ippatsu Jūden-chan episode 1. I'm Lunar 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.